Recently, many U.S. states have legalized marijuana for both medical and recreational purposes. In what was once an illicit transaction with inherent risks for both seller and customer, has become a heavily regulated industry. But some of those risks are still very much present, like at this marijuana dispensary in Wood Village, Oregon.
I'm not going to do a return on this because we're not going to home scale it.
A man and his mother are trying to get a refund for a marijuana purchase they made earlier that day. They claim they received less product than they paid for after weighing it on their home scale. But store employee Sarah Blair disagrees.
I did not utilize any information from your scale.
And walks them through the store's very regulated process.
I showed them on our state certified scales that total weight was just over 11 grams.
Our scale is done directly to our registers. We have no way to manipulate that.
Even after I showed them that everything weighed out, they kept pushing the issue, and it kind of felt like they were being dishonest.
And Sarah's instinct is spot on, because as the mom continues to argue her point,
The audit to a return on customer service.
Well, when you're sitting here telling me I'm lying to you,
I didn't say that, neither did
told me
he.
that this is wrong. That's considered lying.
her son decides to take matters into his own hands. He reaches behind the counter and tries to take a jar of marijuana, but Sarah immediately intervenes.
I grabbed onto his sleeve because I just wanted to get my product back and disarm him at that point. Jars can be a weapon. There were several other people in the room, so everybody's safety definitely of concern at that point.
As Sarah wrestles the jar from the man, one of her regular customers comes to her aid.
You're not stealing anything from anybody. Call the police. Call the police. No, they're not getting anywhere. The police are coming. The police are coming.
But the would-be thief is not going quietly.
You better run, you son of a bitch.
He makes it out of the dispensary, but doesn't get far. 30-year-old Daniel Applegate is quickly arrested just a few blocks away. He's convicted of attempted theft in the 3rd degree and assault in the 4th degree. He is sentenced to 152 days in jail, and he must pay a $300 fine. Sarah is injured in the altercation.
I ended up sustaining a tear in my long head tendon, to which they had to actually detach it and reattach it somewhere down below instead of up in here.
She has since been promoted to manager and is just grateful that encounters like this one are the exception in her day-to-day.
I've had to ask people to leave before, but there's never had to be any physical confrontation. Definitely the most interactive experience I've had in the 7 years I've been there.
You better run, you son of a bitch.